Hey everyone. So, yes, I haven't uploaded anything in a while, I understand that. I've just been incredibly busy, as well as also my schedules have just been generally uncertain. Now, this video is not scripted much. I have a few small talking points, but they're literally just bullet points and nothing underneath them. So I expect this to be a little bit rambly, but quite honestly, I just wanted to make this more sort of conversational sort of thing rather than these heavily scripted pieces that are just honestly boring to narrate and also kind of difficult to narrate sometimes because they just take so long. But some of this stuff is what I'm going to be going on in this video. So as you can tell by the title of the video, why my videos are terrible right now and how they're going to get better. So firstly, why they're terrible? Well, there's been coronavirus. So I started my channel in, I think it was April the 14th, roughly. And since then, we've had multiple lockdowns. We've had the aftermath of lockdown. Then we had another lockdown again. And yeah, it's just been a complete shit show. Well, yeah, what this has meant is there's been a lot of uncertainty, which then leads into my next point, which is scheduling. So I would usually, if I'm going to make these videos, and you'll see in my previous videos that I've made, I've had generally not a strict schedule, but I've had slots which I booked in to do things for. So I knew that I would have to do college work, and then my personal life, and I decided, right, I'm going to do this YouTube channel thing in this sort of time. So I knew that I could, do things like that. However, obviously, all of this shit that's happened has meant that all of my schedule has been all over the show. College just changed their timetables like a million times by this point. I think, actually, if I was to count, they've now changed them 8 times. I've recorded this video 4 times over trying to get this right, trying to get like my voice right, and since then they've changed it twice. And it's only been, I don't know, 2 days? Yeah, so it's just ridiculous. The next thing is how much time it requires me to make a video. It's a lot, especially with a video, and this is going to lead into my sort of announcement of why I'm doing mini podcasts. But videos take a long time, so to take you through my process, I'm going to do this kind of quickly because in my previous videos or in my previous sort of narrations I've tried to make here, this has taken a long time. It's been very rambly and it's been very sidetracked. So to say it simply, so getting the idea, researching it and writing the script, if we just put all those things together, even though I usually do getting the idea and research as one, so let's do that. Getting the idea and researching as one, that probably takes about 2 hours. So what that will be is getting the idea, forming it into a proper sort of question to answer, I guess, and then researching it so that I can get the relevant background information. Then there will be forming the scripts. That probably takes about 5 hours. Mostly because I'm not that good of a writer. I'm definitely getting better though. And I can really feel that. And it's actually ended up coming out in my college essays. I've gone from getting sort of low C's, to scraping C's, to getting B's and A's. And that's just because I practice writing so much more. And that's the reason why I'm doing mini podcasts. So I write the script, and then actually recording and editing the video probably takes about 10 hours. That's just because, editing is the longest bit of it because I've got to get everything synced up. So when I write scripts, and I know that I'm writing them for a video, I quite often use a lot of audio cues so that I know, alright, when I say X, Y sort of picture or something will come up on screen. So there's a lot of just timing, and it's quite. My process was so terrible. I'd literally just open up Audacity, go to my raw narration. Not even the edited narration. This is how erroneous this was. I go to the raw narration, and I would time how long it took me to say something. And then I would record the PowerPoint, if you remember those videos, the PowerPoint related ones, for that amount of time, or maybe like a second longer, and then edit it in. It's so terrible. It's such a terrible way to make videos, and it's not the way I make videos anymore. So, yeah, that's a problem. and then I now do a review process, and this is why my videos are going to get better. But basically, if I was to add my review process to some of my old videos, it would probably bring it up by another 2 hours, because I watched the video through quite a few times. I adjust my audio and things like that to see how it would sound. I try using speakers, then I try using headphones, then I try using my mobile phone, to see how it sounds and how it displays on different devices. And yeah, all of that process takes probably about 2 hours. It probably takes longer for other people, but I'm not very experienced at it again. So yeah, it's just mostly inexperience, but behind all those other things, and behind the bad schedule, and behind the global situation that we're all going through at the moment, it's just a slog to do this channel and to make videos. And it's not because I don't like doing them. No, I actually love doing these videos, and they are so fun. It's just that it's just so tough to even get through them. It takes so long, and obviously the more time you spend on something, the more opportunities it gives for burnout to wear in. And burnout is really frequent. If you're inexperienced with something, all you want to do is burn out, and it's really hard to resist that. When I'm learning a new thing, like for example when I was learning video editing, my burnout time was literally 20 minutes. I do 20 minutes of editing and go, whew, that's enough for today, I'm knackered. Right, that's just ridiculous. Now I do my whole video, I do a whole, let's say 4 hours of editing in one sitting. Because I just don't get that burnout. But because I'm generally inexperienced, even though I have picked up some stuff, because I'm generally inexperienced, burnout sets in really quickly. But anyway, so how are they going to get better? Well, one, as I've kind of hinted at there in that last sentence, I'm becoming more experienced. I'm learning new things, I'm learning how to edit better, I'm practicing some new techniques. In fact, my next video, which should come out shortly after this one, is going to be practicing some new techniques in sort of very basic 2D animation, as well as also what I call like word cards. I know like a lot of memes are made this way, like a lot of meme videos are made this way by basically looking up, so you go into Google Images and you look up a word, and then it gives you, it's like a word and then like a background or something, or you get someone's face with like an emotion on it. Well, just making videos like that, it's just so funny to watch back, for me anyways. And yeah, it just makes things a little bit easier, because rather than having to think, what sort of thing should I have in this place? No, instead I go, alright, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a picture of, I don't know, Boris Johnson there with his thumbs up. It's so much easier, and like Google Image Search does most of the work for you. Just by typing in the word, it comes up with relevant images. Also, my schedule is becoming a bit more normal. It's slow, but it is becoming a bit more normal. So one, I am back to work now. So to sort of go through what my schedule was like. So we had, I was hired in March. Sort of very early March. I think I was hired March 7th. Then, so I worked all the way throughout March until the very end of March, when lockdown came into effect. So then we was locked down until, was it summer, I believe? And then in summer, I came back. I had basically, all of my training had reset, so I had absolutely no clue how to do things. So it meant the work was just a nightmare. I had to do all my training all over again, and it was so painful at the time. And then we've had sort of this weird tier system for a while, where for this person there's this sort of restriction, but for that person there's this sort of restriction based on where you're living and things like that. So that's been all weird, and that's really thrown a spanner in the wrench, because I'll just say spanner in the wrench. This is what happens when you don't script things. You say stupid shit like that. But anyways, yeah, so it's really thrown a wrench in the machine. Is that the right one? I don't know. So I've had to like fill in for people at work. But anyways, schedule's becoming a bit more normal. College has finally decided on what they want to do for like next week, for example. So that will mean that I can schedule in some times to do some editing. Because so for my new video, The narration is pretty much done now. I have made the recording. I made the intro. The video that's going to go in the intro, and then I've also made a few other bits for throughout the video, because I don't want to forget about something. Because it's all well and good writing it down, but I can't write down exactly how I put it and what was exactly in my head. So I usually work with a couple of Sony Vegas files open at a time, and obviously working on them one at a time. I don't jump between them, but I'll say, I remember this. I thought of this idea, so I'm just going to do it now, just so it's done. So it's kind of a bit patchy at the minute, but yeah, it should all be cleaned up, because what I do is in my final sort of review edit, so like the last sort of hour of my edit, I'll go back, put all of the segments together, and then edit them all together so they all, sort of flow well and things like that. So that's one thing. Becoming more experienced, schedules becoming more normal. Next thing is I am doing away with all of the educational videos. I'm doing away with all of my ideas about things that I could do which look impressive to, I don't know, an employer, for example. I'm going to get rid of all that. I'm just going to do what I want my videos to be, rather than what I think X person will like or Y person will like. And that is the Honest Thoughts series. I've published, I believe, is it only one Honest Thoughts? Or is it a couple? I'm not sure how many Honest Thoughts I've done. But I have a lot more ideas written down, and I have a few. I'm working on a few different scripts at a time. I think I have about 2 done that haven't been recorded yet, and one which has been recorded, but I need to just make the images for and get it all touched up. So that's the other thing. Now, when we come to the mini podcast that I was sort of hinting at earlier, I am going to be doing a lot less video. And the reason why I'm doing a lot less video is because, as I said before, with like the whole time narrating and then editing and then blah 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 blah, it just takes forever, and it takes so much work and it takes so much effort. So I'm going to do away with those and just focus on really building a good script and really narrating it well, trying to work on my voice, trying to work on my vocals, on my public speaking a little bit. Even though I'm not speaking to people directly in public, I still sort of imagine in my head like a lot of people are looking at me, and I'm very self-critical on myself, and it's the reason why I re-record things. Like when I'm recording or narrating audio, I usually record it about 5 times. And usually most of those times get deleted. Some of them are because there was, a car driving past outside and it decided to beep its horn, or because somebody knocked at the door, postman or something. But some of them are just, I'm crap at speaking. The other thing is, speaking like this, because I'm speaking at an elevated volume, and I'm trying to speak very clearly, just quite clearly, just like this, It's very dehydrating, actually. My mouth is getting dry as we speak, because I've been speaking quite quickly and quite loudly for about 14 minutes now. No doubt some of this will get edited out, especially my breaths, which is another reason why I have to delete a load of my stuff, is because you want to hear a normal breath. This is not me putting anything on, this is a normal breath. I don't know whether you heard that, but the mic picks it up like crazy. And if I turn down my gain, then the audio sounds kind of weird. This mic still picks up background volume. Like, you can probably hear sort of a very low whir of my PC if I haven't edited this correctly. I don't know, I might have edited it right. But certainly in the raw format, I can hear the audio playback in my ears as we speak, because I've got some new headphones, plugged them into the mic, and I can hear quite roughly the sort of background audio. But yeah, anyway, so I did get a bit sidetracked there, but the audio format I think will work a lot better. It will allow me to get videos up quicker, which also will motivate me to do more videos, because one of the things that makes me the most disencouraged to do videos is because it takes so long to make them, and then once they're out, they're quite unfulfilling. They're fulfilling in some ways, but they're still not quite. There's something missing to it. because I don't obviously get a lot of views, because most of this is just me refining my thoughts. It's a way of refining them, which there will be an honest thoughts on, by the way, about why I actually make these videos. But yeah, it's really just about sort of the whole audio format is really just about really getting my thoughts down and out, and that will motivate me to make more of them. Also, they're just a bit of a different type of content, so I still do plan to make videos about things which I think are important, or things that I think could use a little bit more narration, or a little bit more illustration, I should say, not narration. A little bit more picture to them. So the piece of content that will coming out straight after this, or maybe not straight after, I'm not sure when I publish this, but the thing that I'm working on right now is very visual. I've used quite a lot of new techniques, a lot of new sort of. I've been practicing with stock footage, and I know that doesn't sound like much, literally nicking someone's content off the internet, even though it's from a obviously copyright-free site, Pexels, which will be in the description of that video. But I am essentially just stealing someone's footage online and then doing stuff with it, but it is sometimes quite hard to choose what footage to use in certain scenarios. But anyways, so in summary, how my videos going to get better? Well, I'm becoming more experienced, my schedule's becoming more normal, and I'm just going to try to enjoy my videos and my audio. Audio is a new format, it's faster to produce and faster to upload, it's more fun for me, and it's just a bit of a different type of content to sort of sideline my my videos. Anyways, I really hope that you've got something out of this. Obviously, this is a very unscripted thing for me to do. It's quite hard to do, to just speak off the top of your head. I've got very limited talking points, and yeah, I'm trying to speak quite quickly and trying to get this out sort of concisely, while also giving you some stories, like for example, me recording this a whole bunch of times, and things like that. I'm just trying to find the right balance here. So, if you're watching this, let me know how it goes. Alright, anyways, so I hope that's useful for you. Obviously, the new mini podcasts, I assume I'll try to get some out at the very start of next year, and what I mean by the very start is the first week. But I am going to be incredibly busy because of college and things like that. Anyways, it's been great making videos again, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.